ಕನ್ನಡದ ಕಡಲಿನ ನಾವಿಕರು ವಿಶ್ವ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು ವಿಶ್ವದ ಎಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಇದ್ದರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು ನಾವು ವಿಶ್ವ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು.
Thank you. After hearing this, we all feel that we all are Vishwa Kannadigas, right? So that's the pride that we carry from India, and we still continuing to do so. So we have our sponsor video now from Ori and Ray, who are very generous to support us in this journey. Can we have that, please?
Orion Real Estate Capital, headquartered in Dallas, Texas, is an established company with thousands of investors following and investing across the nation. We're currently managing a $500 million multifamily apartment portfolio with the goal to achieve $1 billion in acquisition. Orion is among the fastest growing real estate firms in Texas, with the goal to serve its investors, tenants, and society. At Orion, we don't just build portfolios, we build trust. At Orion, we focus on these 4 core principles. 1, preserve capital and gain cash flow. 2, consistent and highly predictable business model. 3, strategic investments to maximize the returns. And 4, superior risk-adjusted design. Almost 10 years ago, the current sponsorship team began investing, acquiring, syndicating, managing, and exiting commercial multifamily apartment complexes. Our CEO persona brings 2 decades of corporate experience and a proven track record. Orion's co-founder and chief financial officer, Shivesh, has 20 years of real estate experience. He is responsible for implementing business strategies and plays an instrumental role in the success and growth of Orion's real estate portfolio. Suresh is the other co-founder of Orion, and he serves as chief operations officer. With responsibility for thousands of units in his portfolio, we buy properties from institutional sellers holding billions of dollars in assets. Our properties are chosen in high-growth, demographically affluent areas that offer a safe and desirable quality living experience for our tenants. Orion Real Estate Capital, setting tomorrow's portfolio standards today.
Thank you, Ori and Ray, for your humble sponsorship for us. So now it's time to start our main heart of our event. So I am Megha Holi, your MC for today, so you have to bear me a little, keep talking. So ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our event evening is about gracing the presence of truly remarkable individuals. So please join me extending a warm welcome to all our esteemed guests on the stage. First and foremost, a round of applause for all of you for joining here and our guests. Now I would like to call on stage Sir M.B. Patil, Honorable Minister at Large and Medium Industry and Infrastructure Development. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to call Sri Salvanam Kumar, Principal Secretary, Industry and Commerce of Government of Karnataka. Ms. Gunjan Krishna, Industry and Commerce of Government of Karnataka. We have 3 more guests. If you are here, please do join us. Ms. Angelia Pelhanam, Deputy Mayor, Frisco City. I would also like to recognize Manju Rao, President of Navika, to raise, and I would like to raise Gauri Shankar, Executive Committee Member of Navika, to raise. Thank you. Let's acknowledge their presence with a round of applause representing the unity and collaboration we celebrate here tonight. Following this, I kindly request all our guests to raise and stand for national anthem. We will begin with American national anthem followed by Indian national anthem. Can we have that, please?
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Please take the seat, and thank you for your respect and patriotism. I request our guest, it's time that we lamp the lights, so I would request our guest to help us. The lighting of the lamp symbolizes an enlightenment and the unity that we carry. Thank you. Now I would like to request Madam Gunjan Krishna, Commissioner of Industry and Commerce, Government of Karnataka, to speak few words.
I think before that, I think you should talk about your research.
Sure.
There has to be welcome, right?
Welcome.
Let's talk about
Allah, we keep forgetting. So yeah, we all make mistake, and I am sorry about that. I would like to welcome all the guests here. Before that, I would like to hand over to Gauri Krishnan, Executive Committee member, to welcome all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, everyone. A warm and heartfelt welcome to India Diaspora and Investor Confluence. Before I delve into the proceedings of this event, I would like to introduce a few of the distinguished guests who are here to grace us. First and foremost, I would like to welcome, we are extremely honorable to welcome Honorable Sri M.B. Patil, Minister for Industry, Large-Scale Industry and Infrastructure Development. Welcome you, sir. Joining the Minister, we have Mr. Selva Kumar, Principal Secretary for Industry and Commerce. Welcome, Mr. Selva Kumar. We have Ms. Gunjan Krishna, Commissioner for Industries and Commerce. Joining them, we have a Deputy Director, Mr. Ravindra. And we have Private Secretary, Mr. Narendra. Welcome all the Indian delegation. Thank you. So, along with that, I would like to further extend a few of our local representatives. Mr. Tony Singh, City Council Member for Little Elm. Please, sir. Few more guests, the mayors and deputy mayors of Frisco are going to join us soon in 10 minutes because they are running late from the other event. As soon as they come, I would introduce them and have them on the dais. We have some few prominent entrepreneurs also joined this event today. Prabhu Patil, CEO of ProLim. We are awaiting still some more entrepreneurs to join. It will take probably a few more minutes. I will introduce as soon as they come in. Along with that, we have small-scale business owners and representatives from Dallas Chamber of Commerce. We all welcome them. Furthermore, I would like to extend, heartfelt welcome to our Veeraseva Lingayat of North America VSNA, Mr. Gangadhar, and all their distinguished members. And we'd like to welcome Hemant, the Kadak family, President. So, a special note of gratitude and warm welcome to our grand sponsor of the event, Mr. Prasanna Kumar, Orient Realty. So, he's the CEO and we're missing some of his grit. So I would like to welcome the media coordinator, media partner, iAsia TV, Anu Benkati and the team. I would also extend a warm welcome to our AV partner, Mr. Harsha DJ. Last but not the least, right, I would, I'm still awaiting a lot of our Navika volunteers. They're ready to come from picnic. So, without their dedication, commendable job during Navika, it would not have been a huge success. So, Navika was fantastic success. I would like to take a small attention from Minister and Principal Secretary Commissioner. They sponsored the investment forum completely. Thank you very much, sir, for that. With so many distinguished people here around, I'm very sure this investment forum, the India Diaspora and Investors Conference will be a great success. And I'm sure you all going to have a great social networking as well. Along with that, I would like to, I look forward a greater interaction and enlightened discussion from the India panel here. Thank you one and all for gracing us.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you for covering me up on this. So now I would like to call Madam Gunjan Krishna to give the presentation of the Karnataka government that they have planned for. Can I just stand down? Sure. That works.
More safe.
It's more safer.
You can come from this way.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. It's a pleasure to be here amongst all of you. As we said last time also, whenever we see our own familiar faces, familiar people, it's like, away from home, it feels like home. So thank you so much for making this event happen.
Hold the mic with you.
Yeah. I'll be presenting
Next
a bit on Karnataka and India. You all know
You
the
said
Indian
all, no,
story
I thought
and how
Selva
it is
Kumar is
shining
going
like a
to
bright
have a few
sky,
words.
a
Selva
bright
Kumar
star
ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ
in the global firmament.
ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ MB Patil.
Talking about India, right now,
Invite
India is the
Venkat
only country
introducing
in the
the
Yeah,
world
Venkat
which is
is
growing at the
MB
rate of
Patil.
7%.
So I would like now Selva Kumar
If you look at
ಕರೀತೇನೆ.
Selva Kumar,
growing at
you
the rate of
introduce ಮಾಡಿ
2%.
Principal Secretary for Industry and
We don't
Commerce,
know
and
even
then
those figures are
then call
correct or
Venkat
not.
to introduce.
If you are looking at America, US or other countries, the rate of growth is not more than 3% that we're looking at. Whereas India is growing at a 7%. We have a demographic dividend. We are 1.4 billion people. And that is something, that's an advantage that we have. In terms of the purchase power parity, we are the third largest economy of the world. We are geared to become even third largest when it comes to the absolute numbers. When it comes to the digital empowerment, this is where we have leapfrogged. Government of India created a
ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ
unified
ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ?
payment interface. In that, every day, 10 billion, every month, 10 million transaction happens. So you can imagine how many transactions happen in a year. And a country like US also do not have as much of digital inclusiveness in the payment as India has. So this is just a snapshot on the Indian. You have the second highest internet user, and of course the startup ecosystem. We are becoming the startup ecosystem, startup capital of the world. We are the second largest cluster there in India. Also, if you look at, advantage across key manufacturing input, if we compare the factors of production would be essentially your labor wages, your power cost and water cost. China, compared to China, if you look at India, we are much lower. Even compared to Vietnam, we are much better when it comes to the labor cost. Power cost, we are much better than China. And water cost, we are the least. So these are some of the parameters that show that India holds we are the competitive when it comes to manufacturing. Now coming to Karnataka. Now Karnataka is dear to all of our hearts. We represent best of many worlds. In fact, Karnataka is the land of innovation and growth. It's a leading investment destination. We have been growing at a rate of 12.3% for the past 10 years. And which is why we have emerged as the startup capital, the capital of innovation. We have been garnering foreign direct investment in a record number. In fact, last year, we accounted for 38% of the total FDI that came into India. And we've always been in the past 10 years in the top 3. Innovation is something that we excel in, and I'll be talking more about that. Next. Now, talking about, Karnataka and how many sectors that we are number one. We are numero uno in number of sectors. Be it, you all know about IT. Everybody takes us as the Silicon Valley. But before that, there were many stories that had started in Karnataka. The stories are like textile. In 1980s, Bangalore was the garment capital of India. Aerospace and defense, we are the only Bangalore is the only city which features in the top 3 ecosystem of the world when it comes to garnering foreign direct investment. Machine tool. Now machine tool requires precision manufacturing. Karnataka alone produces more than 50% of the total machine tools of the country. If you are looking at biotechnology, now we are again the pioneers in India for biotechnology. You must have all heard about Kiran Majumdar and the kind of work that she has done. There, what we see is that more than 2/3 of the companies are located in biotech in Karnataka. And this decade is going to be the decade of life sciences, where AI and the life sciences will come together to find cures for many diseases. Similarly, if you look at renewable energy, because we are all facing the biggest crisis of this earth, if I may put it that way. We can solve other big problems, but the most important problem that we need to solve is global warming. And the target that all the countries have put before us, that we should be able to maintain our temperature at 1.5 degrees above the pre-industrial time. For that, we have to ensure that we should have to reduce fossil fuels usage and get into the renewable. And for that, Karnataka, we have 63% of our installed capacity that are coming through the renewable sources. And if you are looking at setting up something to reduce our carbon footprint, Karnataka provides you with that opportunity. Now, talking about certain sectors, we just thought, we've taken up certain sectors, which are some of them are new age sectors and in which people, especially from the US, are very interested. So one is the aerospace and defense. We have a strong partnership. Like, it is quite heartening to see that we first had American anthem and then our own. Similarly, when it comes to aerospace and defense, we have very strong relationship with US. In fact, there are a lot of exercises, military exercises that both the countries do together. We share intelligence. And now you would have seen that, be it Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon group of companies, Pratt & Whitney, all of them have got their biggest engineering centers located in Karnataka. And not only that, they have their suppliers which are there. And I'm talking about tier 1 big suppliers, the sole suppliers. If they don't supply, their aeroplane cannot be made. And Karnataka, and these are the companies that have become very big. They have become multinational themselves. They have their setups not only in India, they have it in Germany, they have it in UK and US, of course. Similarly, so we have the 70% of the supplier base of India's aerospace and defense. We have 2,000 SMEs that are working in that. We also have dedicated SEZs which are doing and R&D centers in the aerospace and defense. Similarly, if we look at auto and electric vehicle, because electric vehicles are going to be the future. In automotive, we are the 4th largest ecosystem in the country. When we talk about EV, we were the first one to come out with the electric vehicle policy. And in that policy, we have ensured that there is the entire demand side and supply side, because EV is in a nascent stage. We have to have more people adopting it. So for that, we have to create the ecosystem. And the ecosystem would be that, of course, to suppliers who are supplying, we give incentives. We create the charging infrastructure. We ensure that the battery manufacturing also comes into Karnataka. We also see powertrain, and we have the testing centers, and we have all the charging infrastructure. So that's the policy, and under SIR, we are going to bring about EV policy 2.0 version as well this year. Healthcare. Now, healthcare is something in which a lot of action is happening, as I was saying, that life sciences is going to be the future. And if you their biotechnology, 50% of India's biotechnology revenue, 2/3 of the company, and 10% of the pharma's revenue, but most of the revenue comes from the exports. 40% gets exported. Similarly, in electronics. Now, this is the area because US has the prowess when it comes to electronics and the design. And we have recently seen the CHIPS Act and the difference that it has made to the US. And we have been recognized by the US as the partner under the CHIPS Act. So that means that we can both work together. And here what we are looking at, Karnataka has an ecosystem, a very strong ecosystem of design. So we have 85 plus fabulous chip design companies that are located in Karnataka. You name anybody. You have NVIDIA, Qualcomm, Intel, you name anyone, they are there. Texas Instrument, we'll be meeting them. You have them here. We'll be meeting them tomorrow. They are the first one. They were in fact the torch bearer for our story. They in 1985 set up their first R&D center in Bangalore. So that ecosystem we have, and now our endeavor is how we can ensure that more and more manufacturing come in. So we have been working under Principal Secretary's Minister Saab. We are ensuring we got in Foxconn. Now Foxconn, all your iPhones, earlier Wistron was manufacturing in Karnataka. Now Foxconn is going to manufacture 20 million iPhones in Karnataka. But not just that, we are trying to deepen our value chain. Here what we are looking at is, when you look at only 10 to 15% of the value gets added by EMS players, when you are just assembling the phones. Most of the value comes when there are component manufacturing. Electronic components are very, very important. So in that, again, we are trying to get as much of supplier base into Karnataka. So that's our endeavor, and we've been successful. In FITI, along with applied material, we have got, which will be making sub-assembly, sub-components of the semiconductor machinery. So that's a very, very big, and that Honorable Minister had signed an LOI with the chairman of Foxconn. So similarly, lots of work is happening in ESDM, and we would want your support in this area. If you are looking at, if you know your companies or you as an entrepreneur looking at the opportunity, please get in touch with us. It would be a wonderful partnership. Innovation and R&D. So Bengaluru is the 4th largest ecosystem when it comes to R&D in the world. We have 35% of the global capability centers that are located in Karnataka. You can see the best of all. So Samsung has got its largest R&D center outside of Korea located here. GE has got their largest R&D center outside. Google is doing their cutting edge artificial intelligence, machine learning research here in Karnataka. Boeing is doing their research. Your Mercedes-Benz, they're designing their cars there. So you name it, you take any sector, there's a lot of research that is happening. And what they have found, the companies, is the rich talent pool that is available. So these are the things that the key offerings that we are talking about. We have investor-friendly policies, governments, even if the government changes. Karnataka, one thing, one value that is sacrosanct to all of us is that whatever is promised by one government is totally respected and honored by the subsequent governments. So that is something, I think, a salute to all our politicians in that regard. We have a readily available industrial ecosystem. We are working on more plug-and-play facilities, highly skilled and trained labor force. I'll be talking a little bit more about that. Demand centers. See, when we talk about, a lot of people talk, how Vietnam is doing so very well and how Indonesia is doing so well. I totally agree, they're doing very well. But you must also understand one thing. Vietnam is nothing but an outpost of China. Now, when US has put an embargo on certain goods from China, what you see is those imports have come down from China, but exports have increased from Vietnam. So that is not going to solve the issues. Also, the demand centers are not there in the population that we have. Vietnam is a very small, kuti country. It does not have the might of the skilled labor powers available. They can do some manufacturing work, but when it comes to cutting edge work, that can only happen in India. We are also working on an ease of doing business. We'll take your feedback as well. We are developing a single window system, which will be, Along with, we'll be using AI, bots and everything to make it very easy for anybody to apply for approvals and to get them. Also, world-class social infrastructure. So when it comes to the talent pool, now this is something that is very important, and all the people here who are in this room actually demonstrate, you know, what the talent can do for our families, for our state, and for our country. We have in Bengaluru the biggest talent pool of AI and machine learning professionals. Tim Cook, when he talked about the very compelling story of China, said that why China is so compelling? Because it beautifully brings together high technology along with the workmanship. Similar thing is available in Karnataka. We bring them both beautifully together. This is reflected in the number of chip designers that we have, the PhDs, the aeronautic engineers, and the universities, engineering college, ITIs, and the Center for Excellences. In fact, Indian Institute of Science, if anybody is here from Indian Institute of Science, it was set up way back in 1909, and this is considered as one of the top universities and top institutes of the world. So apart from that, you know, when we're talking about the strong industrial ecosystem, the gateway of demand, it's also very important that we have a strong social infrastructure to support, because all of us, people coming from abroad, they are used to a lifestyle, and we need to ensure that we provide you the same lifestyle so that, you know, you are comfortable even when you're away from home. So when you look at Karnataka, we have top 8 of the 10 international schools present there. If you are interested in, we have World Heritage Sites, many tourist places. If you're a wildlife enthusiast, please go and look up Wild Karnataka. That's a beautiful movie that has been documentary that is made on wildlife of Karnataka, the flora and fauna that we have. And Lord Attenborough has given his voice to that in that movie. Similarly, if you are, you know, if you are a food enthusiast, you can find cuisine from any part of the world. For entertainment, multiplexes, golf courses, clubs, your jazz music or Hindustani music or Carnatic. So that is all available in Karnataka. We are blessed with the pleasant climate, a very cosmopolitan state with warm-hearted people, which is why it has been consistently ranked as the most dynamic state in the city and most expat-friendly. So this is what epitomizes Karnataka. In fact, all of you are the global citizens. You represent India, you represent the values of India, you represent the values or the best of values that US holds, and that makes you global. And what we are also, we represent those values. We are also global like you. So I will just, you know, end with a small, you know, which shows you, you know, in comparison that how Karnataka and the world, you know,
thank you ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೆಲ್ನಮ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Then I introduce Venkat to introduce our MB Patil. Hello. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ MB Patil ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ MB Patil will speak. Then I invite you and Manju uncle to facilitate all our guests. So ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇವರಿಬ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ VSNA ಟೀಮ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೇಟ್ MB Patil ಆಗಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ MB Patilಗೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನಗೆ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Vice Chair of Public Art, Frisco City. Vice President Public Art, Vice President, Vice Chair Public, sorry, Vice Chair.
Just come.
No, it's okay. Thank you. Hello everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. Thank you, Madam Gunjan Krishna, for your exceptional presentation. Your insightful and impactful insights into innovation and data have not only informed us but also filled us with immense pride for Karnataka. Your efforts in showing us the state's achievement and potential are deeply appreciated. We are grateful for knowledge you have shared with us tonight. Your presentation has inspired us to do better, and we look forward for continuous growth and progress into state of Karnataka, and would love to contribute whatever we could here from United States. Now I would like to call Sir Selvanam Kumar, Principal Secretary, Industry and Commerce, Government of Karnataka, to speak few words. Thank you, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. It's our pleasure to be here this evening with all of you. We are here for we are here on a 2 weeks trip in different cities. We are deepening our ties with our existing partners, and also we are finding a new partners in our growth story. Gunjan has already explained about our potential. We are known for software exports, but we wanted to be manufacturing hub of India. That's the reason we are now trying and expanding our ties. We have started our journey from Washington, then we went to Boston, then for the last 2 days we were in Austin. Today we reached Dallas, and from here we will be going to San Jose, and we'll be there in the Bay Area for almost 4-5 days to meet different companies and different research laboratories representatives. So in a nutshell, we are here to strengthen our economy, strengthen our industrial promotion. As we all know that India is growing at a faster pace, and we are trying to increase our GDP tremendously. Karnataka has its own aim. We have the target of setting ourselves 1 trillion achievement by the year 2030. To reach that, we have to grow in different sectors. We focus more on electronic, aerospace, and defense sectors. So these are all the 3 major sectors which we are now focusing on. And of course, as Gunjan has already mentioned, our research and development is the core value which we are basing upon. So I really thank all of you for coming over and listening to our story. And as you are all prominent and prospering individuals from our own home country, hope you all will in some way or the other contribute to the growth story of India. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Salv Kumar, for your enlightening us with your valuable information and insights. Now I would like to call Venkat Gangal to introduce the Honorable Minister Sri M.B. Patil.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. So distinguished members of the Indian diaspora here, the local officials, elected representatives, a warm welcome to all of you to be part of this particular meeting. So today I have the distinct privilege of introducing a remarkable individual, Sri M.B. Patil ji, who has left an incredible mark on both of Karnataka government through his service as ministers in several governments, as well as in the field of education and social service. So Sri M.B. Patil is not only a public servant, he has also been a visionary leader, an agent of change, and a true champion of education. So Sri M.B. Patil's journey in public service has been not sort of exemplary. So he has been in the public service for more than 2 to 3 decades. So his tenure in the government of Karnataka, particularly as the Minister of Major Irrigations, which transformed the entire landscape of irrigation in the state of Karnataka. So especially in the south and northern belts of river Kaveri and Krishna basins. As a major irrigation and large scale and medium industries minister, he has been bringing in a lot of thinking, a lot of changes to the transformative policies and infrastructure that's going to propel the state industrial and infrastructure sectors. So beyond his role in government, he's also an influential figure from North Karnataka, from where I come from, and also he's served as a president of BLD, a large education institute in North Karnataka in Bijapur. So through his leadership, BLD institutions are world class now. It's a deemed university, and it has got its own marks across the entire India. So I don't want to take a lot of time. We would want to hear from him here. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Sri M.B. Patil ji, a distinguished leader who had made an incredible impact to the entire Karnataka and India as a whole. Thank you.
First and foremost, I'm really thankful to the prestigious organization Navika, now Vishwa Kannadigaru, for hosting this event of the Karnataka Industries Delegation. This meeting, the auspicious presence of Mr. John Keating, Mayor of Frisco City, Dr. Manjurao, Navika President, Mr. Gauri Shankar, Executive Committee Member, Mrs. Ann Anderson, Vice Chair, Public Art, Frisco City, Mr. Gopal, Frisco School District Trustee, Ms. Angelina Polam, Deputy Mayor of Frisco City, Mr. Tony Singh, City Council Member, and our CEO of Orient Group for sponsoring this event. All dear friends from various companies, some of the entrepreneurs, and some of our all CEOs, and have been serving in various capacities. So you had, first and foremost, that why we are here. A new government in Karnataka came into existence last 4 months back. And after the new government took over, I was nominated as the Minister for Large Industries and Medium Industries and Infrastructure Development. The first 4 months, we tried to understand our strengths and weaknesses. I did my homework. As usual, whenever I step into any ministry, I do my homework. We had a lot of intra-department discussions. We did compare ourselves to various best practices, various states, and we have identified the issues. And those issues has to be resolved in a time frame. We set up the time frame also, and we set up a particular issue to be addressed by a particular person, whether it's been to be the minister or the principal secretary or the commissioner or the CEO of KIDB or any other officers in the ministry. As you know, India has been progressing and we're looking to go towards trillion economy. And India and US are the two greatest large democracies. And at the same time, we trying to be a developed nation. We are strong. We have the 10th largest economy to have come to the 5th place now, and we are aiming to be in the top 3. That's been the Indian story. And as Karnataka, as you all know, we have a very strong ecosystem. This ecosystem was developed by our elders. Now we are talking about the IT companies. We have 400 of the 500 Fortune companies. Their headquarters, their presence, their innovation centers, their R&D centers, their manufacturing centers, their technology centers are being in Bangalore. Out of the 500, 400 Fortune companies are close to Bangalore. And before this, when I said our elders, if you go way back, pre-independence, the Mysore Maharaja, Whatever families, they brought in Karnataka Soaps Limited. They bought many more industries. They bought NGF. They bought many industries before independence. And at the same time, the public sector units. I was talking about machine tools and all this. I think Gunjan ma'am forgot. I usually used to start her with the Hindustan machine tools, HMT. So you all remember HMT. Now the younger generation, they forget. They have to know about HMT. But HMT was one thing. At one point of time, people always been wearing a watch from HMT. Then we have BL, Bharat Electronics Limited. And when it comes to space and aerospace and defense, we have HAL since long, many years, many decades. Then we have Bharat Heavy Electronics Limited. And of course, I do not want to restrict ISRO to our state, but ISRO is headquartered in Bangalore. And we are proud that we had a successful launch on Moon. It's a proud moment for everyone. So this being, and many more companies many more PSUs, the DRDO, are housed in are housed in Bangalore, Karnataka. And many of you are from Karnataka. As you all know, Karnataka had been pioneers in private education. In the southern part of Karnataka, it was the Mysore Maharajas who took lead to start institutions over there. And when it came to northern part of Karnataka, where many of our friends are here, it was the private education which was into forefront. When I said pioneers into education, because we started a journey. Of course, you know, all of you know about Manipal. The Manipal group started. Then if you have pre-independence in 1912, KLE institution, group of institution, Belgaum started. And another group of institutions, BLE, which I am the president, started in 1910, 1908. It was Bagalkot Persuasion Vidyavardak Sangh, and it was HKE Society in 1912 or 14. So many more schools, high school, junior college, not involving bigger institutions, even the smaller institutions came into existence, and which created a very strong talent pool. And it is not only our generation or our generation earlier. If you see, in my own home district, in the 60s and 70s, around 20-25 doctors then from Bijapur were all the top surgeons and top doctors here in US. And similarly engineers into various departments in US. The journey started, it's an old story, it's not a new story. It's an old story being continued, and we're all proud that you have taken the lead, and your contribution had made our country strong, and we really acknowledge that your contribution to the great country, our country, India, as well as the where we are serving the US. We are both, India and US are two progressive democracies. Our partnerships have been always valued, and the partnership were in the past, are in the present, and will be continuing in the future also. Bangalore is Silicon capital of India. So whatever companies you find in the Bay Area, San Francisco area, California, you all find all those IT companies housed in Bangalore. Some are much bigger capacities in the strength of the employees and all. All the development, all the technological advances happen there. So now, as I just want to assure you, Gunjan Krishna has already briefed you about where all we stand in various sectors. Aerospace and defense, we have 65% of this one in India comes from Karnataka. The software exports are 40%. So this being the story, now we are very serious to foray into the electronic sector, the manufacturing sector. Particularly the semiconductor industry is going to be one of the future sectors. And as a minister now for taking over, of course we had earlier also the Invest Karnataka Forum, which have been headed by a serious senior Indian corporate chairmen and members of various sectors of the industries. We have also formed a strategic committee now. Apart from the strategic committee, we have identified 9 groups, 9 vision groups.
Do you need a copy or something?
We have identified 9 vision groups now. was whether aerospace and defense, ESDM, EV, pharma, then 9 sectors, and we may look into new sectors also as and when the arises, so that there will be a focused contribution from various industry captains as well as members of those group. And I started now as a minister. For me, it's a learning process when I come here. Yesterday, we had been to Dell company also suggested various things on how do we capitalize on our China plus one policy. Of course, you did hear about the Vietnam industry, Indonesia and other countries. So they did suggest us to about certain things which India has to act as an Indian government, of course, but we said, we're very open and we will intervene, will lobby for them, or that the industrial group with Union of India, and try to do our best so that we become more competitive also. Similarly, we had been to our BCG office, So although they are the partners from last 3.5 years in assisting Karnataka, we did hear when we're all very proud of the moon launch by ISRO. But how do we capitalize that? There was a senior person from NASA who had been he did a beautiful presentation. So this is the first step. We're all proud that ISRO has done this remarkable achievement in launching the moon on the South Pole. But there are many other things, many other steps. How do we capitalize this sector, not only stopping at it. So it was a learning experience for us. So how do we move forward? And definitely, Government of India is also thinking of to open up the space sector to the private companies, private individuals. So we want to be in the forefront, there also. So with this, and of course there are some complaints also, I have to be honest here. Not many people they suggested, Bangalore traffic rules. So we have to resolve, of course, Bangalore, because everyone who wants to come to any industry wants to set up, they all want to come to Bangalore.
Yeah.
So naturally, that is how Bangalore is getting crowded. And not only that, we are facing, as the minister, as a department is also facing that the land issues, like, the other day Foxconn came here. They are doing a $2 billion investment for your iPhone manufacturing. We have given them 300 acres of land. And they have started working now, already to preparation of the site, etc. They again have another $1 billion of investment for their phone casings. And of course, another setup for semiconductors. So Foxconn itself is bringing about $3.5 billion in Karnataka. Of course, they are into many other states also, but it's not 1/10 of what they're investing in Karnataka. I'm proud of it. We have signed a deal with the Foxconn chairman. So this is the story. We are very serious. I'm going to carry your opinions also regarding and our government has been serious. The minister there from Bangalore Development Authority, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar is also the Deputy Chief Minister. So, and I will all impress upon the Chief Minister so that make things better for the traffic things and all this into Bangalore. But that doesn't stop there, because we are now, and we understand, because everyone want to have to be there set up in Bangalore, and we are finding it very difficult to arrange the lands for them. how much of land we do acquire from farmers, that's the biggest question there. A lot of resistance, a lot of this one. At some point of time, we also feel, okay, we have to do something, to go move beyond Bangalore. Now, for semiconductors and so on, we have Mysuru. Mysuru is a beautiful city with a lot of heritage with Mysuru Maharaja, beautiful roads, circular roads, beautiful climate. Neighboring is Ooty, or the hill station. We have neighboring Kabini, another forest area, wherein we are pushing into certain different industries to Mysuru, and we are on beyond Bangalore. We are giving them some incentives also. We have Hubli Dharwad. We have Belgavi, of course, one of our friends here, Mr. Arvind Medigiri has started up his ICAS, so SHI on Belgaum also, and Belgaum now is going to, it was already with the foundries. Now Belgaum has been growing into the aerospace sector, and we have FMCG in Dharwad, Hubli. So many areas beyond Bangalore we are trying to develop. With this, and we're also bringing some lot of changes into the single window clearance. When you say single window clearances, lot many people tell us, sir, it's not single window, it's out many windows or many doors like. So we are now taking the best of the other states' models also, and we are seeing how best it is relevant to us and all, and we are designing our own single window clearance and ease of doing business. At the same time, we have gone a little deeper also because we value the MSME's contributions. Whether we have our industrial old layouts like industrial layouts in Karnataka, we are as a one-time measure. We are developing them to the best of the standards, and then hand it over to the local associations, so that they'll be at par. And we are having a design center with to help the MSMEs with Tata's collaboration, and so we are going to provide them the common facilities to this MSMEs also. So there are many more things. I do not want to take much of your time. Would like to answer, and would like to also, the purpose of this visit is to strengthen our ties with the existing players which are in Karnataka, and if they have any expansion, how do we support them, or any other they want to set up a new industry, how do we support them. So it is a give and take, so we are seeking the help of all Indians who are in US, and particularly all Kannadigas who are gathered here. We have done an immense contribution for our state, and we have made India proud and Karnataka proud. I sincerely acknowledge it, and I'd like to take your support for furthering our growth of our great state and the great country India. And of course, the ties with US has to be further strengthened. And when I came here to Texas, Austin, I was hearing a lot many things from all our friends here. So now Austin, Texas is going to be, the Texas state is going to be what California was there once, we are going to be in the same league of California. So everybody wants to come to Texas. You have, of course, Tesla here. You have Texas Instruments. Texas Instruments had started its operations in Karnataka long way back. So with these words, I sincerely seek support from all of you, and whatever is needed. Mr. Gunjan Krishna is here. She'll be a single point of source. She'll be, once we go back, if we have the list of all your Navika members and people who have attended here, your emails, as well as so that we revert back and seek your support, and you can seek information from us or how do we partner with each other. So with these words, I'm again thankful to Navika. I'm also thankful to our friend Orion Chio, who has sponsored this event, and I'm thankful to all of the friends here who have come over here, and dignitaries also who have been here to making this event a successful event. And we will definitely take things forward. I promise that. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Sir M.B. Patil, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to you for gracing us with your word of wisdom. Your presence is invaluable to all of us. You enriched our gathering speaking to all of us. Thank you again for sharing your profound thoughts and vision with us. Now I would like to call John Keating, Mayor Pro Tem, City of Frisco, to speak few words for us. Thank you for coming. Sorry about that.
Well, that's really bad. So I'm on a video, so I can't wander around too far. But my name is John Keating. I'm the Mayor Pro Tem of Frisco. Do we have any Frisco residents here tonight? Yes. Oh, right on. Yeah. Well, then I have to ask the question, do we have any folks from Karnataka? And I hope, holy cow.
All of us.
Well, this is a good fit. This is working out really well. Well, welcome to all of our Frisco residents and to all of our Karnataka residents as well. I'm very happy that you guys are here.
I will call you in the stage, then call one by one for other people to participate. Allah.
So, but that's okay. I love the presentation. The video that you guys showed was fantastic. And I hope that as you push forward with technology and innovation and venture capital and looking towards the future, that you remember your past and you remember the other T for tourism and this wonderful treasure that you have that is your home country called Karnataka. And I thought I would like to go there after watching the video. It is absolutely an incredible place. So I'm from California. I'm not from Texas. I heard that you are all going to San Francisco, and that's great, and that's fantastic. And I imagine after you've been there for a little while that you will be very excited about coming back to Texas. And we will warmly welcome you back. The back of my cell phone is actually California Redwood. So I got a little piece of home right there in my pocket. And I know you'll enjoy that journey. The wonderful thing about the video was at the end when we were showing the different people and the different disciplines and the different education backgrounds. And that is key. If you have people who are highly educated and highly motivated, the money, the compensation, the investment, the VC capital will follow every single time. So as you continue to invest, remember to invest in your own people and their education and keep them excited about the future and their opportunity to be global leaders and not global followers. A long time ago, you mentioned your space program, and I was reminded of Kalpana Chawla, and I may be mispronouncing her name, and I know that's a name that is not unfamiliar to many of you, but she was on the Space Shuttle Columbia, and of course that mission ended tragically, but India was there. India was there. So you're all very far ahead of the rest of the world. And we are very excited that you are here in Texas. And as someone from Frisco, and we're here in McKinney, we have a very good relationship with the McKinney City Council. And we have been talking about how do we become more of a, uh-oh, this means my time is up. I'll wrap it up quickly. How do we become more of a regional partner and attract our international investors? And so if Frisco is not home to manufacturing, but we are home to VC capital, and McKinney does have space for manufacturing, then wouldn't Frisco and McKinney want to partner and then extend our opportunity out to the global community and find our partners in India and welcome you here and say, you can have both. You can have a little bit of McKinney and a little bit of Frisco and bring Karnataka here and your ideas. We've got some investment, we've got some land. You bring the opportunity, your new ideas, and it'll work. So we are here. We're going to make that commitment and make that offer to you. By all means, go and visit Austin and San Francisco and all these other places. And come back here. You're always welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. John Ketting. He has just given us a different perspective to, maybe visit Karnataka and for him to invest here and as well as Karnataka. John Ketting, for sure we will, host you when you visit Karnataka, or our family will do. Thank you. So now it's time to facilitate all our guests. I would like to request Gauri Krishnan and Manju Rao to help me with that. Thank you. Now I would like to call the CEO Prasanna from Orion Ray to facilitate Sir M.B. Patil. Thank you. Thank you, Prasanna and Sir M.B. Patil. Now I would like to request Manju Rao, President of Nabika, to facilitate Sir Selva Kumar. Now I would like to request Ma'am Chandrakala Prasanna to facilitate Gunjan Krishna. Can you please? Now I would like to request Sir MB Patil to facilitate John Cating. There is one more lady that we have. We want you to facilitate next.
You're wearing a mic.
Okay, thank you. Angela Bella.
She will also give her to speak for Angelia, Paul, and everyone has to speak for a minute when you facilitate.
Now I would like to request Angela Pella on stage to speak few words, then would love to facilitate that.
Mic. There's a mic.
Just a few words. I will keep it to a few words. Good evening, everyone. I'm Angelia Pelham. I'm Deputy Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Frisco, and it's an honor to be with you tonight. To hear all of the growth and economic development that's happening in India is just exciting to hear. I leaned over and told my friend Gopal, China better watch out because their manufacturing, technology, it's all coming to India. I do a lot of consulting, and I will tell you that probably 3/4 of the companies that I consult with have a presence in some place in India. So what that says is that there's quality talent in India that companies can rely on, and that says that companies see growth potential in that country. And so I'm excited to be able to have you come and tell us a little bit about what's happening in your country, because that same growth mindset is the mindset that we have in our great city of Frisco. We want to tap into the talent that we have. We want to draw businesses to our city who can create great jobs and help sponsor small businesses. So we're excited to have you here. We're excited about the presence of our Indian Americans in the city of Frisco. We're roughly, 40% of the Frisco population is represented by the Indian Americans in our city, and I'm excited about that. Because what that means is that we have a wealth of talent. And that's why we're able to grow our city with great economic engines like TIAA and Universal and other companies that are knocking on our door. They're knocking on our door because of you. They're saying, this is where the talent pool is, this is where we want to plant roots. So we're excited to have you in the city of Frisco. I love the diversity that our city has to offer. I was very surprised when Mayor Pro Tem Keating asked how many Frisco residents were in here, and vast majority of you are Frisco residents. I think that speaks volumes to the kind of city that we want to be. We want to be an inclusive city. We want to be a city where we represent all people groups and everyone feels that this is a place that you can live, work, and play. So we're excited to hear about the growth that's happening in the country of India. We're also excited about the growth that's here in Frisco, and there's one common link, and it's all of you. So thank you.
I would like to request Gunjan Krishna ma'am to facilitate Angelia. Thank you. Now I would like to call Ms. Ann Anderson, Vice Chair of Public Art, Frisco City, to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. So how many have students in Frisco ISD? Not as many hands. How many of your students are involved in the arts? How many of your family are involved in the arts? I will say that something I've noticed in Frisco and the surrounding areas that's really impacted our city is the introduction of traditional Indian classical dance, music. There's been many musical presentations that Gopal has invited us to on behalf of Shaboom Foundation, and it has blessed and really just made my life better and enriched it. We are seeing that influence in the art around Frisco. If you go to City Hall when Art in Atrium is hanging, you'll see very frequently many paintings from local Indian artists, and it's fantastic to see. So you wonder, how does that have to do with industry and manufacturing? But you know, as a culture and as a society, when we embrace the arts, it enriches all of us. It makes us smarter, it makes our children smarter, but also it just makes our lives better. I don't know about you, but when I look at a piece, it just takes me to the place. And I know there is specifically a piece that was hung in City Hall that was a marketplace in India, and I kind of felt like I was there. It was just beautiful. So thank you for sharing that. And John, can we go together to Karnataka? Because it is a beautiful country. We'll make a Frisco trip. Thank you.
You can stay here. I would like to call Supriya Pai to facilitate Ann Anderson. Thank you. Now I would like to call Gopal Panangi to speak few words for us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for having me. I'll be respectful of everybody's time. And warm welcome to you, M.B. Patil ji and Selvakumar ji and Madam ji. It's so nice to have you here, and Prasanna ji, Sudhir Pai ji. So many amazing people, Manju ji, Gauri ji. Thanks for putting this together. As most of you might have heard in my campaigns, you know, I've always been very gung-ho about entrepreneurship. I used to say that, you know, we need to promote entrepreneurship. Even Prasanna ji, we had some conversations about it. So as an extension of that, you know, along with some friends are working on putting together an ecosystem where the enterprises in India, after they are successful, and then if they want to expand to United States or globally, then, you know, we would like to be the point person or point group, so that, you know, we will be able to provide them the support related to the marketing or mentorship or VC support, things like that, so that, you know, their natural growth is not hindered for any limitations, but, you know, we would like to be their extended arm, and then, you know, have them grow continuously. So that is what I would like to contribute from my side. And then, of course, I was in Coorg very recently. So it's an awesome place. And of course, Bangalore, Mysuru, everything is very close to my heart. So definitely, and on another conversation, I and John and Angelia, we were discussing about visiting India. So definitely we'll have, include Ann Anderson too. And then we'll definitely plan that, so that, you know, it'll work according to everybody's schedule. With that, I thank each and every one of you for having me, and rest of the council members, Tony Bhai and everyone here. It warms our heart, because, you know, Anuji, thanks for being here, that, you know, we are all coming together. I may not be from Dr. Saab, hello. I may not be from Karnataka, but we are all from the same region. So we would like to work together so that the hardworking entrepreneurs will get a very good boost from all of us who are here. With that, thank you so much.
Now I would like to invite Sundar Pai to facilitate. Sudhir Pai. Okay, sorry. Sudhir Pai to facilitate Gopal Ponange. Sorry. See, you're Sundar, so I said Sundar. I'm sorry about that. Now I'd like to invite Tony Singh, Town Council member of Little Elm, to speak few words.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Come on, man. We can be still evening. Hello, everyone. Hey. So this is the way we do a Texas welcome to the minister up there. So Honorable Minister, Mr. Ganjanji, all the dignitaries, welcome to the state. Thank you for taking time to coming to in the US and meeting everybody, because whenever we see somebody from our country come back, we feel pride. It's not every day all of us come together, and trust me, not every day. So when you see that, you guys taking time to come up here, talking about the investment opportunities up there, I think it's all of our jobs to go back and invest up there. Karnataka, especially Bangalore, Mysore. My dad was an Indian Navy guy, so he was in Belgaum Sainik School. I never got into admission, but I love Karnataka. And I have a very good friend. He's in TI. Every year he goes Russell Carter. He goes to India. When some Indian says he loves Bangalore, it's great. Okay. But when an American says, I love Bangalore, it's like, oh my God, we feel more pride. So it's a great city, great investment opportunities. And I really appreciate that you guys coming up there, and we'll do our part to support you guys up there. So thank you, everyone. And just FYI, my town is very small, Little M. I wish you guys come visit up there. But we're doing a Diwali event tomorrow, and we will show how big we are. So everybody's welcome to Diwali event tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
Now I would like to request Gauri Shankar to facilitate Tony Singh. Thank you. Now I would like to call BSNA team President Gangadhar Sadashivappa, Vice President Shiva Patil, Treasurer Abhinash to facilitate Sir M.B. Patil. Ega M.B. Patil.
M.B. Patil will stay there, and then we'll pull in
Prasanna, Sivesh Gowda, only Prasanna. Adarmil vote of
yeah, first. Adarmil vote of thanks, sir. That's when I'll come and no.
Even
yeah, just call me for
he comes to all our functions. All functions, I didn't tell him such a big deal. When he comes for function, he sits to welcome me. So seen him in all pictures, Priyam Mathil.
He first day is then
person, the MLA. So he is Nang Kaka. We all are relatives. Thank you. Thank you, team. Thank you, team VSNA, for facilitating MB Patil.
Kadak group, like just take a picture of that. Just Kadak group.
Kadak group ಯಾರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳ?
ಏನು? Kadak is Hemant and his full group. So
Hemant and group ಅಂತ.
ಕೇಳಿ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಒಂದು ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ತೆಗೆಸಿ
ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ.
ಯಾ ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್.
ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಯಾ ವಿಶ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನನಗೆ ಹೊರಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ರೆಡಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ ನಾವೇ
Thank you, team. We still have few items on our agenda.
Please take the seats.
Can I have your attention, everyone, please? Thank you, everyone. I would like. Can I have your attention, please? I would request everyone to take seats. We have 2 more items on our agenda, please. I am so sorry to interrupt. Can we all have seats? We still need, sir. Please. Thank you, everyone. Can we have everyone take seats, please? We still have 2 more items on our agenda. Now, I would request Sir MB Patil to facilitate Prasanna.
Why can't we do the presentations on the stage?
Sorry?
Why can't we do the presentations on the stage?
We wanted to, but there are more things
Sorry?
we have, and the stage is smaller, so we got it out.
Oh, actually, like, we can remove the chairs and it will be big only.
No, almost we're done. Thank you. I would like to request Kadap group, Hemant and group to facilitate MB Patil.
So after that, can we all take a group picture with elected? Yes. After Kadap.
Vote of thanks, Ashton.
So, all the elected
thanks
officials.
Thanks for everyone for being present.
Thank you, team. Now,
Speak loudly.
Group. Thank you, everyone. Now, thank you, everyone. Hello. Thank you, everyone. Now, I would like to call of all officials for a one group picture. So, oh God. Hello. So now I would like to call all officials on stage. Sir M.B. Patil, Selvakumar Gunjan Krishna, Angela Gopal Ponangi, Tony Singh, Manju Rao, Gauri Shankar, John Ketangi and Anne Andrewson on stage, please. Thank you everyone for being here today. Hello. Thank you everyone for being here today to making this event successful. Thanks for your valuable time. Now I would like to request, our dinner is open. Please feel free to have dinner.
I think it's getting late, but I would like to thank all of you for making it to this event today. And then we are very grateful from Navika and as well as the entire Indian community from Dallas to all of you. After this, probably you can take pictures and then you can also have food. Food court is also open after this. Thank you all. And the cocktail bar is also open. You can enjoy yourselves.